What is up, everybody? So, new champion drop, and we have to talk about pretty much everything about it. So, AMBESSA is now a champion in the game. Could have called this. So, we'll watch the video first, and then we'll talk about it after. I'm going to tell you already, just based on this passive, that this is absolutely freaking ridiculous. As if there wasn't already enough mobility in the game. Oh, and her Q can get recast. Even better. Yeah, that's great. Oh no, this is gonna be like a top lane, jungling, mid lane disaster. Oh, and she doesn't have mana either, it's energy. Briefly brace yourself to sense against the ground. Great, so if you attack her when she's... AMBESSA whips her twin dragons of damage and slowing. So it's gonna be like you Q in, you E, and then you dash again, and then you can Q again on your way out to either slow people. Dude, this is ridiculous. And each of these dashes is like as long as Silas E. Blinks to the furthest champion. And they're stunned. Dude, this is like Cassante on steroids. Like, if you thought top laners or junglers or assassins were sticky before, the amount of like gap close that this champion has is just ridiculous. And then the thing is, you can see it down here. Look at how quickly these abilities are coming back up, dude. A 3-second Q. I mean, I guess her... Yeah, 6 seconds on E. Her W is on a long cooldown, and it's like, great, your W is on a long cooldown. But, like, these are not long cooldowns at all. Oh, gosh, this is gonna be awful. Okay, let's talk about it. So, I mean, the first thing to talk about is obviously going to be the passive. So entering an attack or movement at command while casting an ability will cause AMBESSA to dash a short distance. Once the ability is cast, casting an ability grants her next attack bonus range, damage, attack speed, and refunds energy. Great. So it's like Lee Sin's passive, except just better plus Kallista's passive. I'm getting really upset with Riot for just like being like, hey, what can we do for champion design? You know what we should do? We should just take what's key and like component and characterizes one character and what characterizes another character, and let's just shove them together and do them both. Like, it's just a better passive than two champions in the game already because it's the same passive, just better, just does more, which is ridiculous. I mean, like, yeah, it's not based on auto attacks like Kallista's, but I mean, she's got five abilities. And her ult is a long-range dash, so it's like you gave this champion 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes and like a blink through terrain. This is bad. I hate this. Okay, so this AMBESSA sweeps her twin Drakehounds in a semicircle in front of her, dealing bonus damage to enemies hit by the blades. Striking an enemy will transform the next cast of this ability for a short period of time, causing her to slam her twin Drakehounds down in a line in front of her, dealing bonus damage to the first enemy hit. So, I don't think I would mind this ability as much if it didn't also give her a double dash. So, like, her ability to trade into you and then exit trade is just gonna be ridiculous. And because she's energy based, like, she can just use this to dodge. She can literally just fast cast her abilities to dodge skill shots, and it costs her nothing. And this crits, because I saw it crit in the video later. Alright, so her W, AMBESSA gains a shield. This is fine. I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with this ability. I think that this ability is interesting. I kind of like the fact that, like, if you time it correctly, you get rewarded for using it at the right time. AMBESSA whips her twin drakes around herself, damaging and slowing. Initiating a step from this ability causes her to strike a second time. So she has 4 attacks in her kit, including the shield and the ultimate. Like, how does League think this is okay? Like, you're gonna Q in, dash, E, reset your Q, You've hit 4 times, and each one of those dealing bonus damage if you're weaving in autos. It's like Riven passive with Lee Sin passive with Callista passive plus having just more abilities, and they're all AoE. Like, and wide AoE from the looks of it. Like, none of these are hard skill shots that hit, except for maybe the second Q, but everything else is just like stand on top, immediately hit. Okay, so public execution. Let's check out the ultimate. Right? So she casts this, jumps on somebody, and that is a fairly long range. And she blinks. So the difficult thing about this is it's not like a Kaisa dash, right? It's a blink. So that means that, like, I'm pretty sure she can't be CC'd during this. And look at, like, Lucian. This is a perfect example, dude, of why this is going to be a problem. Like, she dashes on Lucian, double slows, jumps in, jumps in, jumps in. Lucian's supposed to be a fairly mobile AD carry, and you just watch her, like watch this fight. He dashes, and then he almost gets, like, another dash. I mean, maybe he doesn't get away if he flashes, but this is what's killing me, is it's like, okay, let's watch this. So Q, and then if she uses the second cast of the Q, it's back off cooldown immediately. Her E is on, like, a 3-second refresh, and look at how fast her energy is coming back. It's ridiculous. And then on top of this, watch this. She's going to ult, right, to re-engage. Her ult's on a 70-second cooldown. It's like a minute cooldown. She has 3 items, guys. This isn't max build. That's not max build. This is such a problem. If they don't control this champion's stats, like her base stats, because like, her kit is already overtuned, so it's like they need to make her base stats very, very low early game. This needs to be like a hyper scaling, sustain bruiser, in and out late game. Like, it's a late game bruiser. It's got to be a late game bruiser, because if you give this thing early game stats, the jungle and top lane, maybe not as much mid lane, but like top lane and mid and jungle are going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare. The speed of this thing's clear, not to mention its ability to gap close in top lane in an extended wave state. If you took Ghost, if she has enough damage early, this is like a level 2 all-in top laner who just murders you. Like, yeah, I think this is terrible champion design. This is the kind of champion where it's stat check. Like, it's just a stat check champion. It's like, are you stronger? Yes or no? Done. Like, I think that this champion is mobile, but mobile doesn't mean skill expressive. I'm not happy with this. I'm just not happy with this champion. I knew that AMBESSA was gonna be a champion in League after Arcane Season 1, but, like, this is not what I wanted. Oh, Riot, why? Why, Riot? Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think below.